Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And we're going to be doing that with some I am cards. Each and every one of these cards is full of positive and empowering affirmations. So I just want to say good morning to everybody who's here. I see Lauren, Shauna, Amanda. It is wonderful to see you here today. Good morning. Good morning. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to go through a card today. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And what I'd like for you to do is to respond out loud. I am that affirmation. That's what we do here on the wake up call. We affirm positive things about us, and then we say them out loud so that we can hear them, and then we write them down so that we can see them later. So let's begin. We're actually working with a bunch of new cards today. I have a physical deck of these things with 36 empowering messages on them. Today we're actually working with new cards, and so I'm going to pull a new card. So let's have some fun. Let's say some good stuff about ourselves. I see that we have a whole bunch of people are coming in to the wake up call now. It is wonderful to see you all. Let's begin by saying that today I am capable. I am capable. I have the skills to achieve my goals. So I am capable. I have the skills to achieve my goals. Are you capable? You are capable. You have the skills to achieve your goals. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do so as well. I am capable. I have the skills to achieve my goals. Boom. All right. Very good. Wow. Look at all these capable people. I know it's true. Good morning. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Shauna. It is good to see all of you guys have come by today. Okay. So I am capable. I have the skills to achieve my goals. And, yeah, it's very true that we do have this. When I was creating this card, I was thinking about I was thinking about how all of the skills that I have in my life, how all these skills have kind of come together. And so I will let me tell you guys a little bit of a story about that. So when I was doing tour guiding over on Maui, it was a lot of fun for me. I had to generate a whole bunch of new skills in order to be successful at it. The fact is that tour guides are, we're part hospitality, but we also have to understand how to engage a crowd. We also have to understand how to make friends very quickly. We have to, being a tour guide is part being a salesperson. It's part being, it's part being like a hospitality manager. It's part understanding, being like a communications director. And of course, then we have to also understand the assets that we're actually tour guiding about. So for me, it was Haleakala Mountain. It was the road to Hana. It was these various these parts of Maui that I had to know. I had to know about the culture, or I had to know about the history. I had to be a good storyteller. These are all skills that came together to create a really cool career. After a while of tour guiding, I realized that I was way more interested in the psychology of how do you create a life-changing experience for people than I was about just actually facilitating the tours. And so I got into I segued myself into a role where I was doing the training for the other guides. And because I was good at it, I was doing a lot of high-end facilitation. When somebody who, when a VIP showed up, more often than not, I was the guy that was actually going to, facilitate their tour because I had the skills to do it. And so I was capable. And when I look back at that, when I look back at what I did, I recognize that it was a whole bunch of skills from a whole bunch of different places. The fact is that I learned how to make friends quickly, not from the tourism industry, but from from doing street sales for a fudge company. I learned about I learned about the history and the culture, not from picking up a book on history and culture, but rather from being friends and talking to people who had lived there for a very long time. And so all of these skills came from different locations, and they all came together. And that's why I chose this image, because all these little puzzle pieces, they're all different colors. They all come from different places, but when they come together, they allow us to basically make something that is greater than the sum of its parts. I had a business down in Costa Rica where I was essentially babysitting properties for expats, and how the reason that I got into that was because I spoke Spanish and also spoke English to a good enough degree where I recognized opportunity, and I also had the ability to essentially manage households for people, and that all of these skills came from different places, but they turned into something really cool. And so, isn't that how it is in our lives? Like, as we go through our lives today, let's be always on the lookout for ways to improve our skills. There's no reason to remain ignorant in this life about, just the things that we can do. There's no reason to keep our capacities low. It's important for us to keep our to it's important for us to always be learning new things, and to recognize that even if we only know how to do something just a little bit, that could very well be the puzzle piece that helps us to really bring in different skills from disparate parts of our personality and put them together into something cool. The fact is that, every time that I talk about this topic, I think about the clock radio. Okay, so a clock is a clock and a radio is a radio, but some brilliant person realized that it is important for people to be waking up on time, and so they made it so that they put an alarm clock so that it would play the radio, a clock radio. It's a brilliant invention, but you have to have an understanding of how clocks work, and also how radios work, and also an understanding of the fact that people need to get up on time in order to even conceive of a clock radio. There's a lot of time in this life before a clock radio existed. And so really, the more broad that we can be with our skill sets, the more that we have the potential to innovate. So I am capable today. You are capable too, and we have the skills to achieve any goal that we set for ourselves. It is simply a matter of persisting and keeping on doing it. So we have these amazing capabilities. So I want to say a good morning to everybody who has come by today. It's a pleasure to see you guys here. Thank you for being here. The fact is that this broadcast itself, the skills to make this thing happen came from a lot of different places. I got my presenting skills from being forward facing in a lot of different companies for an extended period of time. The technical skills, I got the technical skills to make this happen by actually running a couple of different YouTube channels, and then actually running live streaming stuff. I actually live streamed a couple of different church services over the years, helped people out with doing that kind of stuff. The fact is that there's a lot of different skills that go into making something like this, which seems simple. It seems like you just hop on the camera and start talking, but it's not simple. There's a whole lot behind it. These cards that I make, and I make all these, the graphic design and the copywriting, and even just having a list of over 300 positive affirmations, that stuff requires skill to recognize. And so I have these skills to achieve my goals, and as I get better with them, my goals get achieved more rapidly. And so we accelerate our own achievement by leveraging our skills. So I want to say thank you so much to Lauren, Shauna, Amanda, Frank, Denise. It's nice to see you here. Brenda, Jean, Amanda. Let's see here, Lauren. Let's see who else has come by. I'm scrolling down through all the comments here. Armando, Robert. It is great to see you guys here. Thank you so much for coming by and helping me create a positive space on the internet. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another empowering affirmation, with another card, another brand new one that I've just made up. And we will be going through that today, affirming more empowering stuff about ourselves. If you guys would like to have a physical deck of these cards, I do indeed have a couple of these remaining. I just have a couple left, but if you want some, here they are. And send me a private message. I will be happy to get them for you. Until then, you guys are amazing. I love you and care about you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Aloha from paradise.